Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So yet again, this could be our final episode of the series. In last round, we defeated the New York Rangers in 6 games after we kind of had a slow start to the series where we lost 2 games of the first 3, but then we won 3 in a row, and now we're off to the second round against the familiar Philadelphia Flyers, who went to a full 7 games against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I'm hoping they're a bit tired and that we're more rested than they are. So, yeah, I already showed you guys the lineup, but let's get into it right away into game number 1. Once again, we have home ice, obviously, because of our nice 63 win season. So, Ulanov versus Hart. Once again, this is a classic matchup. The two players have played each other so many times already in the postseason. So, here we go. Game number 1 on home ice. Let's get this shit done, guys. Let's win game 1 this time, not lose game 1 like we did against the Rangers. First period, and it is 1-0 for us, and look who it is. It's Poye, who had 8 points in the first round. Looking to continue that, I guess, here in the second round. Second period, and it is 2-0 us. Damn, we're relying heavily still on our first line as Stephen Malone makes it 2-0. Shots are 31-13 in favor of us. Let's see if we could just lock down this first game. Because, yeah, we got to use this home ice to our advantage. Win some home games, and then we should win the series, technically. Last 10 minutes here of the third period, and we have over 40 shots on goal. Carter Hart is definitely keeping his team in it, but they just can't find their offense. And we're going to take a 1-0 series lead with another shutout from Ulanov. So Poye from Corrado and Grantham, and Malone from Grantham and Poye. So it could be also our power play that's clicking. I don't know. So Carter Hart gets first star, Poye gets second star, and Ulanov the third star just because he only faced 20 shots that game. And, oh, that is not good. So Colton Spiller, who is one of our best defenders, is injured till May the 7th. So that's like for quite a few days. So he's going to miss a couple of this games of this series, so that is not good. So we're going to have to put in our depth defenseman, which is, what was his name, Bajan, I think. So Wilson, you could go up. Hopefully that doesn't screw up our chances of winning the series. So yeah, we'll just put Bajan on all those lines that, yeah, because it doesn't really matter about shootout and whatnot. So defense, where are you, Bajan? At least Bajan has decent defensive stats for 77, so I'm hoping he still plays good defense for us here. Because, yeah, technically Spiller's not back till game number 5, so hopefully we could still win games without him. So here we go, game number 2, still got home ice. Let's see if we can take a 2-0 series lead going to Philadelphia. First period, and it is scoreless. Good, at least we didn't give up any goals. They don't score any, we don't score any. Let's see if we could get on the board here in the second period. Damn, we are going to, and they're going to score one as well. So Nolan Patrick opens the scoring, but Ross Buzz picks up his second playoff goal, and it is tied at 1 and tied in shots 17-17. Going into the third and potentially final period, power play for us. We don't score. Almost halfway through this third period, and there's a goal from Stephen Malone. Damn, Malone and Poye seem to be just like scoring every single game in this playoff so far. Power play again, and there's a goal from Rod Fritz, who's also a first liner, and we are going to take a 2-0 series lead, headed back to Philadelphia. Damn, I think this GM mode might be one of my favorites, even more so than the wild one. And the wild one was really good. So Ross Buss from Helmerson and Rafji, Malone from Fritz and Poye, and Fritz from Hannafin and Malone. But damn, we got to start getting more depth points because it's only been our first line pretty much so far. So here we go, game number 3. Can we take a stranglehold on the Philadelphia Flyers? Or will they answer back with a win of their own? First period, and it's scoreless. So once again, they're just not able to score goals. They only got 1 goal so far in the first 7 periods of this series. Second period, and they still don't have a goal, and it's scoreless going into the third. Shots are 24-17 in favor of us. Come on, guys, let's just solve Carter Hart. He likes to keep his team in the game. Hopefully we could just get to him in this third period. Almost halfway through the third period. Nobody's been able to score still. Are we going to be going to OT? Power play for us, and we don't score. Last 5 minutes of this third period. And we are going to OT at a 0-0 tie. Shots are 40-26 in favor of us. We need a hero, somebody that's not on the first line, because the first line always clicks. Let's have the third line or the second line score a goal for a change. Come on, boys. And there it is. And we are one game away from the conference finals. It's the second liner. Well, actually, I moved him down to the third liner. It's Korea coming through with a big game-winning goal, and it's another shutout for Ulnov in this round. So Korea from Orr and Playfair. So we are one game away from the conference finals. Damn, this is pretty good so far. I didn't expect us to do this good. So Hart gets first star, Ulnov the second, and Korea the third. So we've literally only allowed one goal against in our first 3 games of the series. And that's even with Spiller being injured too, so that's a pretty big bonus. Okay, so here we go into game number 4. Can we close out the Flyers and head to the conference finals for the 3rd straight season now, considering we missed the playoffs in the one other season before? Here we go. First period, and it is scoreless. Shots are in our favor, 13-9. But once again, the Flyers are just not finding their offense. They're probably due for a goal in this period, I think. Second period, and it's 1-0 Flyers. As I said, they're due for a goal, and it's of course the former Carolina Hurricane, Elias Lindholm. Come on, guys, we're still out shooting them badly by 12 shots. Let's see if we could tie this one up here in the third period and maybe force another overtime. Penalty kill, nicely done. Can we tie this game up? Penalty kill again. Power play for us. Come on, boys, tie it up. And we don't do it. It's a big game for Carter Hart again. He's definitely giving his team a chance, but they're not providing offense, and they're going to shut us out 1-0. So now our offense didn't click at all, and they only clicked once. So they only have 2 goals for in this entire series. So 3 stars of the game, Hart, Ulnov, and Lindholm. It always seems like Hart and Ulnov are the 3 stars when they play each other in the playoffs. So I'm really liking that rivalry between the 2 goaltenders. So I'm not going to change anything up because I feel like we could still end the series here. So we're back on home ice. Come on, guys, let's end this and go to the conference finals. Let's end the Flyers' chance at a Stanley Cup. So first period, and it's scoreless. Holy crap. This has been a really good defensive series. Shots are 12-6 in favor of us. Second period, and it's still scoreless. Damn. No teams can score goals at all. Shots are 21-14 in favor of us, so not a lot of shots between the 2 teams. Let's see if we can get a goal to go ahead here in this third period. Almost halfway through the third period, and we have a power play opportunity, but we don't score on it. Last 10 minutes of this third period. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Are we going to another OT that's going to be a 1-0 final? And yes, we are. Wow. This has just been a really good series. Like, it's not a lot of offense, but it's been really strong defense. So here we go. OT underway. Can we take this series here on home ice? 5 minutes in, and still nobody has been able to solve a goaltender just yet. Shots are in the Flyers' favor, actually, now for a change. Well, they're actually really close. Last 5 minutes of this first overtime period. Still nobody has scored a single goal in this game. And we are going to double overtime at a 0-0 tie. Shots are 35-33 in favor of the Flyers. Come on, guys, let's just end it here. And we're not going to get it done, and we get shut out in back-to-back games as Ivan Provorov has given them maybe life going back home. So we kind of have our backs against the wall, because if the Flyers could win on home ice, it could go to a Game 7. So our offense is kind of dried up a bit. I'm still not going to change up our lines because Spiller is back. So Spiller could definitely bring some more offense to our team. Maybe that's the thing that's kind of dragging us down a bit, is Bajan and being in the lineup, because he's more defensively minded. So Spiller, you're back in, and Wilson back down. Hopefully Spiller could come through with a goal here in this important game Let's close out the Flyers, guys. Come on, let's do this. We can't just give up a 3-0 series lead. Not like this. We need more offense. First period, and oh my god, still no goals. We have not scored a single goal in 7 straight periods now. So yeah, it's just been a battle of the goaltenders. Shots are 16-5 in favor of us. Second period, there you go. We finally score, and it's our fourth liner. What's his name? Ronnie Rathje, I think. Shots are 25-13 in favor of us. Come on, guys, let's get some more insurance on this and head to the conference finals. I know we haven't been able to score a lot of goals, but hopefully we could do it in the conference finals again or something. Because at least we won't have to face Carter Hart. Power play. We don't score a penalty kill. Come on, kill it off, kill it off. This is a big penalty kill. It's a long penalty kill late, and we do it, and we are off to the conference finals for the 3rd straight season. So Rathje with the only goal from Helmerson and Buss. Nicely done, 4th line. And Hart gets the 1st star again. Ulnov the 2nd star. And Rathje the 3rd. Okay, so let's take a look at the player stats, which are probably not going to be much of a change because nobody scored a lot of goals in that series. There was a lot of shutouts. Yeah, there was actually like 5 straight shutouts, I think. 4 or 5 straight shutouts, which is pretty ridiculous between the 2 goalies. So I'm assuming that Ulnov has got like a really good goals against and all that stuff, but I don't think we got a lot more points maybe from our first line, but that was it. Because we had one really good first game where we scored a lot of goals. I think it was the second game. So Poirier and Malone 11 and 10 points, but everybody else is 6 and below. So we need to start finding our offense because I don't think any team, like if our offense plays that bad in the conference finals, we're definitely not going to win a cup. So goaltenders, Ulnov 8-3-1, 4 shutouts, a 961 save percentage, and a 1.05 goals against average. That is insane. He's playing like 10 times better than Marc-Andre Fleury did even this year, I think, in the playoffs in like real life. Okay, so let's see who we're up against in the conference finals. Hopefully it's a team that we have a chance to beat. Hopefully it's not Detroit. If Detroit's still there, which they are not. Okay, good. It's Tampa Bay. It's already been confirmed. So Tampa Bay, we actually have not faced them in a long time. Like Stamkos, Kucherov, and Palat and all those guys are probably retired now. So this should be interesting to see what they look like now. I do know Vasilevsky's still there, and Vasilevsky was the 2nd best goaltender during the regular season. So this should be a good matchup. So Domi, Cirelli, and Kucherov. So I guess Kucherov is still there. So that's still a pretty good first line. Nyquist, Point, and Greenway. Taylor Radish, Antti Tukinen, interesting, 85 and 21, that's pretty good. Borgstrom, Nugent Hopkins, Ryan Johansson, and Cirella, who was with us way back. Like I traded him away, I can't even remember what for, but pretty solid offense. Defensively, you got Sergachev and Boquist, Foote and McGrath, Chelios and Pulak. And then in terms of goaltending, they got Vasilevsky and Saros. Scratch, they got Mata, who was another former player of us for 2 years or so, and Orzek. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, we will take it to the conference finals where we look to get to a 3rd straight Stanley Cup Finals appearance and maybe the 2nd straight against the Blackhawks. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.